Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Form, and this is Formcast, nearing episode 60. Today we have a lot to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it quite quickly because that's just what we do here. Nice short episodes, 10 to 15 minutes long, so you could kind of listen to your on the way to, I don't know, the corner store to your favorite chocolate bar. With that being said, Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. Today is Monday. Super Bowl Sunday happened yesterday. If you haven't watched it, for some reason you haven't seen the results, the Kansas City Chiefs come home with the win in overtime. Was it rigged? I don't know. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Super Bowl Sunday happened. Usher performed. Ludacris was there. Lil Jon was there. Alicia Keys was there. I watched the first quarter of the game. It was okay. People thought the game was pretty boring. People thought the halftime show was, some enjoyed it because it was kind of brought them back a little bit because they were, Usher and Ludacris and them, they were playing some oldies. I don't know. It's become quite the show. Obviously, there's the whole Taylor Swift thing and Travis Kelce relationship that kind of overtook the Kansas City Chiefs since she started seeing him and their, the match made in heaven and the fantasy tale, whatever you want to call it. Of course, you saw some of that too in terms of her reactions to him winning the Super Bowl and yada yada yada. Needless to say, I hope you didn't lose a lot of money on your bets, and if you won a lot of money, I hope you treat yourself to, I don't know, maybe like a burrito bowl today or something like that. I saw some people win $5. I saw some people win a few $100. So hopefully you're playing smart. With that being said, recently in the streaming gaming world, we saw Nick Merckx returned to Warzone ever since his operator debacle with Activision, where they removed his operator skin for his views on certain things out there in the world. And he finally made his return, which was kind of nice to see him back with Tim and them playing some Warzone Call of Duty like they like to do and have done forever. One thing that was curious to me and funny to see, for I don't know why, but he decided to also stream on Twitch at the same time. Now, his viewership on Twitch was far larger than what it was on Kick. And obviously, as you may have heard or don't know, he had signed a deal not long ago for millions of dollars to stream on Kick. Obviously, this is not exclusive because he's allowed to go somewhere else. But nonetheless, he was on Twitch where I enjoyed watching him. But it was just, funny to see. It kind of made me question as to why. Another thing that happened on Twitch with the larger streamers, Mr. Nade Shot, the owner and operator of 100 Thieves esports organization. I watched him almost all the time. He hasn't been partnered, and I use quotation marks if you're watching on YouTube. He hasn't been partnered in terms of having a sub button on Twitch in 4 years. And his first stream back after having a child, he announced that he was signing his partnership or re-engaging his Twitch partnership again, and that caused the sub button to obviously be reinstated. Now, what I did see from my man Nade, and I like him. I like him as a person, as what we could see on stream and in his content and on social media, which is always a little bit different than what they might be like in real life. But his posts then became, like, oh, I can't do this. My wife says I can't do this until we hit 5,000 subs, and I can't see my kid until we hit 5,000. So his going live posts all of a sudden became more about, the fact that subs were there and do this and do that. And I mean, yeah, you got to get the bag, but it was just weird to see him really promote it a lot, versus how he would go live before for 12 hours a day and just play Val or play COD Ranked and just grind. Like a true gamer that he is. So it was curious to me to see that. But what does it mean? I don't know. Everyone's got to get their money. And if he hasn't had it live in 4 years, the sub button that is, I mean, I guess you got to make it known. It was just weird that all of a sudden he kind of turned into what I consider like that small streamer that like tries to push people to sub a lot. It was just like all his posts were talking about sub here, sub. We need to hit this sub goal, all that kind of stuff. Is he hurting for money? I don't know. Now, what that also brings up in the streaming world, for me anyways, something that I saw recently, a little bit more dramatic here in the smaller streamer world. And I say smaller streamer, anywhere between like 50 to 100 viewers, I'd say. Kick streamers who are now Kick partners. They get paid an hourly wage, which apparently has come out to be from the people who love getting into the drama and figuring things out and whatever, anywhere from like $10 to like $12 US an hour up to 100 hours a month. So do the math, and that is what it is. I mean, it's nothing that's life-changing, that's for sure. It's lower than minimum wage, but regardless, money is money. And money to stream is pretty cool sounding. That's besides the point. What I wanted to kind of talk about quickly is how funny it is to see people who left Twitch. They go on Kick, obviously for the money. They go full-time on Kick. They promote the crap out of it. They eventually get Kick partners. So they're getting paid to stream and all that kind of stuff. Whatever other benefits come with it, who knows? They get them, right? All of a sudden, Twitch recently has announced that, and not more so recently, but a little while ago, they announced the Partner Plus program. So Twitch partners who hit 350 sub points, so paid subs, tier 1, 2, 3, obviously different types of points, or amounts of points, I should say. Once you hit 350 for 3 months in a row, for the rest of the 12 months as of that point, you get 70% of your sub cut rather than 50%. 20% is a lot when you count all the subs. So they recently announced, and I don't think I mentioned this on a podcast, I might have, but if not, they announced that this program for Partner Plus will now turn into the Plus program, open to partners and affiliates. Now, what does that look like is if you hit 100 sub points, so 100 paid subs, 3 months in a row, so this month, next month, and the following, as of May 1st, it's effective, you'll qualify for 60% of your sub cut instead of 50. Now, if you hit 300, then you get 70%. So what I've seen recently are people who left Twitch, abandoned Twitch completely, now starting to stream on Twitch again and keeping track of their Partner Plus program points, their Plus program points, whatever, how many paid subs they get, so that they could reap the benefits of a higher sub cut on Twitch as well, despite absolutely abandoning the platform when there was no monetary benefit to it. So it's just funny to me to see that people are pushing so much on a different platform, telling everybody it's the place to be, telling everybody if you stream anywhere elsewhere, you're kind of being dumb about it, and just follow me here, follow me here, follow me here, support me there, support me there, support me there. And all of a sudden, it's just like you have a potential to make more money on Twitch if you hit certain requirements. Okay, Twitch is the place to be. Twitch is going to be where I'm streaming right now. Let's hit these goals. Let's hit these sub goals, and let's do these bit goals at the same time, because Kick doesn't have anything like bits right now. They're supposed to for months now, but it hasn't come out. So it's just curious to me to see that people that were so gung-ho and pushed everyone aside that stayed on Twitch return when all of a sudden, coincidentally, there is a monetary benefit for hitting certain requirements. Yes, it's not 95%, but Twitch also has a lot of things that Kick doesn't, even though Kick is these big updates and all this, and it's all leading up to these big things, although the API is still not released and all this kind of stuff, and discoverability is really not there, I think. But unless you brought a community from somewhere else over, I don't think it's there. Needless to say, when Twitch offers you more money, you're seemingly going to go over there all of a sudden. So it's something that I've realized that even more so, just you got to keep track of what you're doing. People are going to switch up like crazy. They'll leave you in the dust if they need to. So focus on your own plans and your own path and your own route, and put all your efforts into that rather than wondering what the heck they're doing. It's pretty fun, though, to watch, I must say, because it comes from people who will abandon others who just don't follow what they see fit. And then all of a sudden they'll come back and say, oh, come back here, come back here. It kind of makes me feel that some streamers treat their viewers and their community members and their friends and family, they call them, kind of just like pawns and follow me here. Oh, I'm going over here. Follow me there. And I get that things change, but when it's very clear that the only reason this is happening is for monetary gain, monetary benefits, or the potential of, it makes me question what the hidden agendas might be of these people. But that's that. I think the important thing to take away from today's episode is the fact that people probably won money on how many times Taylor Swift was shown on the Super Bowl. And I don't know what's more sad. That or, I don't know, the fact that I'm not eating a burrito today. Either way, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.